Good morning, class. How are you doing? I think that you are very well today. Okay, be at ease. Today we are working on a grammar lessons, and this grammar lessons, the title of this grammar lesson is compound and complex sentences. Compound and complex sentences. And I think that you will ask me what compound is and what complex sentences is also. So for now, for the time being, I can give you the meaning of compound and complex sentences because it will be a little bit difficult for you. But we'll work on verb first, and then we'll come back on compound and complex sentences. First, let us define what finite and non-finite verbs are. So we are going to define a finite and non-definite verbs. Okay, it is important to know the meaning of finite and non-finite verbs. Okay, phrase, clause, and sentence before attempting to understand compound and complex sentences. You see, before you try to understand the meaning of compound and complex sentences, it is important for us to know the meaning of finite, See, this is very important. The meaning of finite and non-finite, What are they? What is the meaning of finite, and what is also the meaning of non-finite verbs? Finite verb and non-finite verbs. We have to put them together. Finite verb and non-finite verbs, or non-finite phrasal, non-finite clause or sentence. You see, now before you try to give you the meaning of compound and complex sentences, it is very, very important for us to know the meaning of finite and non-finite verbs, phrase, clause, and sentence before I try to give you the meaning, or try to understand the meaning of compound and complex sentences. So let's go on now the verbs. For you, what is the meaning of verb? A verb, okay, you have to keep in mind that we can divide verbs into two parts, into two types or two parts. Okay, verbs can be divided into two types. Okay, we have finite verbs, and also we have non-finite verbs, as you have just said before. Okay, and during the verbs we have finite verbs and non-finite verbs. There are two types of verbs we have. Okay, let's deal with a finite verb. A finite verb, for you, what a finite verb is. What a finite verb is. So what a finite verb is. We'll define what a finite verb is. Okay, we can say that a verb that changes its form according to person, tense, or mood, etc. is called a finite verb. Okay, a finite verb, what is it? A finite verb is a verb that changes its form according to person, tense, or mood, etc. This is called a finite verb. Example: he is a person, works is a tense, hard is a mood. He works hard. Okay, let us see a person here. Yeah, the person. Let us change the color. Okay, yeah, the person in yellow. Person, he is a person. So he also in yellow. He is a person. Okay, tense here. Let us put it in green. We are going to put it in green color. Okay. Tense, works here. Works in green color. Tense, hard is the mood. Hard is the mood. Alright, hard is a mood. Let us change this color also by the color. Mood, hard is a mood. Alright. So you can say that a finite verb is is a verb that changes its form according to person, he, tense, works, the present tense, mood, we have had. Okay, etc. Alright, another example, they worked hard, I work hard. You see, very simple. Okay, let's go ahead with a non-finite verb. A non-finite verb, what is it? We can say that a non-finite verb is a verb which does not change its form according to tense, number, and person. If a non-finite verb is a verb which does not change its form according to tense, number, and person. You see, okay. So we have two types of verbs. We have finite verbs and non-finite verbs. Okay, we have defined the finite verbs as the finite verb is a verb that changes its form according to the person, tense, and mood. You see, and dealing with the non-finite verb, we have just defined that the non-finite verb is a verb which does not change its form according to tense, number, and persons. You see, very simple. Okay, let us give an example. He is a person, is a person. He wants is a tense. Tense is a tense. Wants tense. To be. He wants to be. To be is what? To be, non-finite, to be rich, to be here is a non-finite. Okay, rich, he wants to be rich, right? They want to be rich. You see, I want to be rich. You see, okay, dealing with non-finite, to be. Okay, all right, you can use be, right? Is a I'm going to change that be. All right, well, also be here, and here also we have be. All right, so we have two kinds of verbs, finite verb and non-finite verb. You have just said that the finite verb is a verb that changes its form according to person, tense, and mood, and a non-finite verb is, I have just defined that the non-finite verb is a verb which does not change its form according to tense, number, and person. You see, very simple. Okay, let's go ahead with the different kinds of non-finite verbs. Okay, in English language we have three kinds of non-finite verbs. Okay, first you have the infinitive, the gerund, and the past participle. Okay, the participle. Okay, first we will see here we will see the infinitive and the gerund. Dealing with the past participle, we will see it in another lesson. All right. The infinitive. What is infinitive? Dealing with the infinitive, we have 2 plus infinitive and bare infinitive. 2 plus infinitive and bare infinitive. Bare infinitive means what? You take simply the infinitive form of the verb without 2. The bare infinitive means the infinitive form of the verb without 2. This is called the bare infinitive. Alright, use of 2 plus infinitive. As example, as a noun, let's give examples. To err is human. To err is human. As human being, you have to do err. Okay, you errs. Alright. To err is a subject as a noun. Here the subject. We want to learn French. We want to learn French, but right now we are learning English. After learning English, you can learn French. Okay, we want to learn French. To learn here is our object. All right. Her aim was to become a doctor. Okay, to become is a complement to the linking verb was. The linking verb was is a linking verb. Okay, to become is a complement to the linking verb was. Her aim was to become a doctor. Okay, what is your aim? What would you like to become? Alright. It is easier to preach than to practice. It is easier to preach than to practice. After the dummy subject. Here it is a dummy. It is a dummy subject. It is a dummy subject. Okay, it is a dummy subject. It's easier to preach than to practice after the dummy subject is right. All right, as an adjective or to qualify a noun. Okay, as an adjective to qualify a noun, it is time to leave. It is time to leave. As an object complement or an object to a preposition, he is about to resign. He is about to resign. He is about to resign. All right, you see, it's very interesting. Okay, as an adjunct, she was the first to arrive. She was the first to arrive. All right, let's go ahead. As part of to plus adjective and adverb plus infinitive. The patient is too weak to work. The patient is too weak to work. All right. I don't have enough money to buy it. I don't have enough money to buy it. Okay, as an absolute to modify the whole sentence. To be here is an absolute. Okay, element to modify the whole sentence. To be honest with you, I hate you. To be honest with you, I hate you. To be honest with you, I hate you. Alright, so we are finished with the infinitive. To plus infinitive. We'll go ahead quickly with the gerund. Okay, the gerund, what is it? A gerund is that form of the verb which ends in ing form. This ends in ing form. So if you are to talk about the gerund, that means that we have to put ing at the end of the verb. Alright, a gerund is that form of the verb which ends in ing and has the force of a noun. That's why the gerund is called a verb noun. That's why the gerund is called a verb noun. Verb noun. So let's put it in red. Verb noun. Verb noun. Alright. Alright. Use of gerund. So we'll use how to use the gerund. Okay, we'll use the gerund as a subject. If the gerund is a subject, how does it happen? Okay, here is an example. Swimming is good for health. Swimming. You see here we have written what's ing form here. About ing form. Swimming is good for health. Swimming is good for health. All right. As an object, example, we like singing. We like singing. We like singing. All right. As an object, see, we have written ing form. We are put ing form to the verb, right? As a complement to a linking verb, my first love is dancing. My first love is dancing. My first love is dancing. You see, very simple. All right. As an object of a preposition. All right. Example: the police prevented her from going. The police prevented her from going. The police prevented her from going. That's very simple, isn't it? All right. As part of noun phrase. Say playing. We have ing here. Okay. Playing on this field. Playing on this field. Noun phrase. Okay. All this noun phrase on this field. All right. These are noun phrase. All right. Playing on this field. Now noun phrase. These are noun phrase. All right. Playing noun phrase. Playing on this field is enjoyable. Playing on this field is enjoyable. So as you see, this lesson is a part of some lessons, if I can say it. So because because I have told you that we'll see compound and complex sentences. But before we try to understand the meaning of compound and complex sentences, it was very important for us to know what a finite verb and a non-finite verb are, and our defining them. We have to know the different kinds of non-finite, and I have just said that we have infinitive, gerund, and participle. So we have seen the infinitive and the gerund. So after the coming lessons, we'll see the participle, and after this we'll deal on the compound and the what you call the complex sentences. So goodbye, take care.